Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1985 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Toronto Blue Jays at Exhibition Stadium. On the mound for the Tigers today is Bryan Kelly, whose record is 3-3 with a 4.28 ERA. And pitching for the Blue Jays is Matt Williams, whose record is 9-5 with a 3.62 ERA. Okay, we lost game one of the series yesterday, 7-2, as Dan Schatzeder got a spot start, and he pitched okay. It was the bullpen and some errors that really blew things open for the Blue Jays. A difficult loss considering that we were facing Steve Davis, who's the ace of the Blue Jays, and we hung right in there with him for a while. And I thought maybe we might have a chance to pull out a surprise victory, but it was not meant to be, and we move on to Game 2 of the series today. Now, you already know this. I don't know this yet. I will have notated it in the comments below, but I think that after today's game, when it's concluded, we will have the June draft. It shows that the amateur draft is supposed to take place on June 9th. Well, after the game, it automatically advances to the 9th. So I think that after today's game, the draft should take place. If it doesn't, then you know that it's going to be tomorrow for sure. But I believe it does take place after today's game. So stay tuned for that. We'll both be surprised. I'll be more surprised considering you already know and I don't. So let's go ahead and get started with today's game. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe to the channel. We got another new subscriber last night. We're up to 495 as we approach the milestone of 500, which is always a big deal to content creators on YouTube. So I'm excited for that. Now we've got a ramshackle bullpen going. Bryan Kelly gets the start. We need him to go 6 or 7 innings. Danny Jackson will not be available. David Cone got injured after yesterday's ball game. We have to keep him on the roster. If we send him down, we're going to have to lose him for 14 days minimum, and he'll be back in 8. So we're going to be shorthanded in the bullpen by 2, right? Danny Jackson. And you'll see that Dan Petrie is back in the rotation, and he'll be ready as the number 3 starter when that time comes for that. So, some things to look forward to. Now, Matt Williams is a right-handed pitcher, so we have a lineup in there versus righties. Barry Larkin is listed as tired. He will not play today. Doug Baker will get another spot start at shortstop. And Rusty Tillman does not hit righties, so he'll be on the bench today. George Brett will play first, and yesterday's player of the game, Mike Pagliarulo, will be at third base today. Okay, let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown real quick. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Lou Whitaker. Batting second at shortstop is Doug Baker. Batting third and DHing is Terry Kennedy. Batting cleanup and catching is Damon Berryhill. Batting fifth and left field is Kirk GIBSON. Batting sixth and right field is Jim EISENREICH. Batting seventh at third base is Mike Pagliarulo. Batting eighth at first base is George Brett. And batting ninth is the center fielder, Willie Wilson. Okay, we'll take a look at Matt Williams. I don't need to say not that Matt Williams, it's this Matt Williams, because you know that by now. We've been playing this sim for 6 seasons. He's played in every year. And this is his third year as a every day rotation starter. He is 9-5 with a 3.62 ERA, 61 strikeouts in 102 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .216 against him, 2 complete games and a shutout. Fastball tops out at 94 miles an hour. It's very impressive. Ground ball percentage is 46.1%. He's got a fastball rated at 85 and a splitter rated at 83. His slider is just below league average at 75, overall rated at 85. The 25-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the year. So So they are going to have to pay him some big money. We look at Matt Williams' log, and it's a sad log. He's lost 3 of the last 4 starts. Texas beat him, giving up 3 runs in 6 innings. We faced him back on May 15th, in which he got the victory, giving up just 1 run in 8 innings. Let's look at the Blue Jay defense. It is different today. We got Omar Moreno in center field, Danny Ainge playing second base, Willie UPSHAW's at first. Aguilera's back in left field after playing first yesterday. So they're mixing it up here in Toronto. Okay, here we go. Lou Whitaker leading it off against Matt Williams. Lou hitting so well, batting .299 against right-handers, grounding out to third. 1 out. Next man up is Doug Baker. Baker with a base hit, back through the box into center field. We have a runner on first for TK. I want to hit and run, but also Kennedy is such a good hitter, batting .338 versus righties. Maybe we let him just swing away. It's the first inning. We've got time. And he pops it up. Looks like the first baseman, UPSHAW, drops it. Oh my gosh, come on. I mean, this is a bad defensive team. I mean, the only player on the field, in the infield, that's any good, supposedly, is Danny Ainge, who's playing forward for the Celtics in 1985. So it's first and second. 1 out. And here is Damon Berryhill. Berryhill will take ball 4 to load the bases, and Matt Williams has his back against the wall. Now, Gibby is 10th in the American League in home runs with 13, but he does not ever hit a clutch one. I think we had one a couple series ago. 1 out, bases loaded. Here we go, Gibby. You know he's going to be swinging for the fences. 1 out. High fly ball, left center field, deep enough to get Baker to score. The catcher, Kennedy, will not tag, and we will not test him. We want to give Jim EISENREICH a chance to drive in a run. So give Gibby an RBI. That's something. You never want the third out at third. So we'll let Jim EISENREICH take a cut. Full count. And a base into center field. That will score Kennedy. Berryhill goes to third. It's first and third, 2-0 Detroit. Here is Mike Pagliarulo, yesterday's top hitter. And a base hit into center field. Berryhill scores. EISENREICH will hold. And it's 3-0 Detroit. I mean, this is all unearned, right? So this is not hurting Matt Williams' ERA. So, at least we're getting RBIs. It's just, these are things that we usually don't find much success with. And, of course, George Brett strikes out. So we go to the bottom of the first. And we'll take a look here at the Blue Jays official lineup. Batting leadoff in right field is Ruben AMARO Jr. Batting second at shortstop is Jeff HUSON. Batting third is Denny Gonzalez at third base. Batting cleanup in left field is Antonio Aguilera. Batting fifth and DHing is Van Snider. Batting sixth and catching is Terry McGriff. Batting seventh at first base is Willie UPSHAW. Batting eighth at second base is Danny Ainge. Batting ninth in center field is Omar Moreno. Okay, we'll take a look here at Brian Kelly. I feel like he's been getting it together lately. He's making his 13th start. 3-3 with a .428 ERA. 46 strikeouts in 67 and a third innings pitched. That leads the team. Opponents are betting .247 against him. Fastball tops out at 92 miles an hour. Pretty good. Ground ball percentage is 48%. He's got a solid splitter, rated an 86, and a two-seam fastball, rated an 81. A four-seamer, just below league average at 79. Overall rated an 86. The 26-year-old right-hander is arbitration eligible at the end of the 85 season. We will pay him to keep him around. He is coming off a victory versus the Yankees, 5 2/3, giving up 2 runs. And prior to that, he had maybe his best performance. He went 7 innings against Cleveland, giving up 2 runs on 7 hits. He did not walk anybody and struck out 6. As far as the Blue Jays go, he's faced them twice. A no decision back in April, where he gave up 5 runs in 7 innings. And then he gave up 6 runs in 6 innings. On May 15th, he took a loss. All right. Let's look at our defense today. We're good everywhere. Not that that means much, but I do like the fact that we've got Baker at shortstop. He's 8 points better than Larkin defensively, for what it's worth. And I do like having Pagliarulo at third instead of Brett. A little bit higher, 2 points better. And, of course, Brett will be playing first base. And we've got Berryhill back behind the plate. Here we go, Ruben AMARO Jr. and a 3-run lead for the Tigers. There's a ground ball to Baker. That's routine. 1 out. Here's the left-handed bat of Jeff HUSON, only batting .214 versus righties. He's got a full count, and he strikes him out. Kelly. Nice pitch at bat. Striking out Jeff HUSON. 2 quick outs for Denny Gonzalez. This is his 85 Donruss rookie card. I do like these all yellow spring training uniforms for the Pirates back then. And he gets a base hit into right field. So Gonzalez on first with 2 outs. Here's the cleanup hitter, Antonio Aguilera. And Gonzalez is caught stealing second base. 11 for 16 on the season, and I do believe that is Berryhill's first runner thrown out since coming to Detroit. So we keep the Blue Jays off the board. We go to the top of the second. Here is Willie Wilson leading off, the only Tiger not to bat in the first. And he bloops into the center field. Get down. Base hit. Wilson will take a turn, go back to first. We don't steal anymore. We stopped that completely. We hit and run instead, and we've been caught stealing a couple times and missed hit and runs. WHITAKER will have the hit and run on, grounding out to third. Wilson will advance. In scoring position for Dougie Baker. He's 1 for 1 today, full count. And he'll take ball 4. That's why he's in the number 2 spot. I mean, we could simply not play Brett anymore at all and put Baker at first, and I think our team would be much improved. First and second, 1 out. Here's TK. We let the big dog eat the first time, and he popped out. This time, he sneaks it through. Wilson will score. Oh, no, he won't score. Oh, that's crap. Bases are loaded with 1 out for Damon Berryhill. I mean, we got a 3-run lead. I mean, there's no point in asking for a sac fly. Let's just have him swing away. I mean, we got a 3-run lead. A double play with catcher. Probably shouldn't have 2 catchers going back to back, but full count. And he pops it up. Caught by the second baseman, Danny AINGE. 2 down. And Gibby's got another shot with the bases loaded. He had a sac fly first time. Here he's first pitch swinging. And he hits it to the exact same spot he did in his first at-bat. Too little, too late. We go to the bottom of the second. Antonio Aguilera will lead it off. And Kelly walks it. Okay, here we go. Cleanup man on first. SNIDER with a 1-2 count. Striking out on a 2-seamer. Second K for Kelly. Could really use a double play. Aguilera not so good at first with speed, and McGRIFF, slow catcher. There's a ground ball to second. That should be 2. Yes. Oh, no! How is that not a double play? That's Whitaker to Baker. Will this be their first run, then? There's got to be a reason. Here's Willie UPSHAW. 8 home runs as a... I don't know if he's platooning or what. And Kelly strikes him out. So it's irrelevant. We go to the top of the third. Here's Jim EISENREICH. EISENREICH's got 9 total home runs. Popping it up to short. There's one out. There's Mikey Pags. 1 for 1 today. Popping it up on the infield. A lot of pop-ups. Is Matt Williams a ground ball pitcher? That's average. All right, 2 quick outs, and George Brett only gets hits when it doesn't matter. Of course. That's why I said it. Runner on first. 2 down. Brett is inching closer, though, to the 2,000 hit mark. He needs 34. He might not get there now. He might not be playing. Willie Wilson will take a walk. That is the 3rd walk issued by Matt Williams. First and second, 2 down. Sweet Lou, 3-1. And he walks. The bases are loaded for the 3rd consecutive inning. I mean, he does walk a lot of batters. Only 84 last year in 214. He's going to surpass that easily this year. Okay, it's Doug Baker. Doug Baker, I like him in these clutch situations. Bases loaded, 2-2. And he hits a ground ball to second. And we will strand him once again. 6, 7, 8. I think we stranded 8 runners in 3 innings. Will that come back to haunt us? Danny Ainge leading it off. And a base hit, of course. And an error, great. Error in right field. That's Jim EISENREICH. So this is where they'll get their first run. Omar Moreno. I'm going to pull third base in. Moreno, not a good bunter anymore. And former Detroit Tiger. We gave him a shot. We made him a 4th outfielder, but he was better than some of the outfielders we had. We kept going through so many injuries that first season we had. I mean, sort of became our everyday center fielder at one point. 1 out. 4th K for Kelly. We're back to Ruben AMARO. And a wild pitch. Now that is the first wild pitch by Kelly since what, like the 3rd start of the season? So I remember we were keeping track of his wild pitches. We're going to pull the corners in. A ground ball up the middle will score a run either way. A pop up to third. Pagliarulo will make the catch. And HUSON, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch swinging, and it's 3-1. Oh, it's going to be caught! How did that not fall in? That always falls in. That is incredible. Great job by Kelly getting out of another jam. We go to the top of the 4th, and TK will lead it off. He's 1 for 2 today. Fly ball into center. Keep in mind, the only reason we got these 3 runs are because of that error. They're all unearned. So, I mean, I can't imagine Matt Williams is going to pitch without giving up at least 1 or 2 earned runs. Berryhill strikes out. Only the 2nd K for Williams. And then Gibby strikes out. So he crushes the heart of the order. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Denny Gonzalez leading off. 1-2, and Gonzalez strikes out. I want to say Gonzalez was the league leader in strikeouts? No. 52, that's not enough. Okay. 1 out. 5th K for Kelly. Antonio Aguilera with 1 down. Fly ball to right field. EISENREICH. Oh, that one falls in. How does that happen? Maybe he's playing deeper for Aguilera. Pardon me. Runner on first. Here's Van Snider. 1-2 count. Ground ball up the middle. That could be 2. Yes, there we go. 4-6-1 double play. Moving on to the 5th inning. Here's Jim EISENREICH. He's 1 for 2 today. All these fly balls. Just not seeing it. Should be ground balls falling in. There we go. Pags keeps it on the ground, gets a single. That is his 2nd hit today. I guess we'll hit and run with Brett. Why not? Ground ball to first. Get Pags over. And it will be up to Willie Wilson. He's reached base twice today. Singled and walked. And there's a ground ball to Danny Ainge. And that'll do it. Okay, we've made it to the bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers are up 3 runs. This is usually when Kelly falls apart. He's given up 3 hits and only 1 walk. And it's the bottom of the lineup. McGriff, ground ball to WHITAKER. Lou making the play. 1 out. Willie UPSHAW pulls it into right field for a single. Runner on first for Danny Ainge. Pull third base in. I don't think he'll bunt, but that's the only thing he can do well. In theory. There's a ground ball to second. Can we get 2? Yes, another double play. 4-6-3. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Sweet Lou leading off. What is up with all these pop-ups? 100 pitches now for Matt Williams. Put the ball on the ground. Baker walks for the 2nd time. 5 walks. Now we will hit and run with Kennedy. 0-1. Ground ball to second. And Baker in scoring position. Okay, Berryhill, this is why we picked you up, buddy. This is why we traded for you. 1-0. There we go. Oh, no, it doesn't get through. A guy with a 72 rating gets to it. Bottom of the 6th inning. Omar MORENO. This is a guy that is a catalyst. Got to keep him off the base path. Ground ball to Lou. WHITAKER making the play. Steady hands at second base. AMARO strikes out swinging. 6 Ks for Kelly. Season high is 8. 2 down. And HUSON strikes out. I think we've got to bring him out for the 7th inning at least. Steve Centeni comes up. This is his first appearance this year. I did check to see they called up 2 different pitchers. Centeni being one of them from AAA. And as you can see, last year was his best year. And I don't know why they didn't have him right out of spring training, because he was good last year. 92 mile-an-hour fastball, rated an 87. 75 rating, still acceptable. 29-year-old righty is a free agent at the end of the year. Okay, Kirk GIBSON leading it off. A bunch of lefties. There's another fly ball. One out. Ooh, EISENREICH walks on a close pitch. Could have gone either way. Runner on first. And we're not going to hit and run with Mikey Pags. He does not do that well. A gapper, get down, get to the wall. It's going to be caught. 2 outs and George Brett. Oh, there's a base hit. EISENREICH goes to third. 10 pitch at bat. Keeps the inning alive for Willie Wilson, who again is 2 for 2 with a walk today. 3-2. Oh, I thought that was going to be an infield single. And that'll do it. Okay, so Kelly, we have the heart of the order coming up. I think we're going to keep him out there, but he's on a very short leash. He's pitching so well these last couple starts. Oh, that's it. Okay. So I guess it'll depend on... Oh. So he advances to second. Great. So that's technically a double. And for Gonzalez, only his 5th double this year. A guy that doesn't get doubles just happens to get a double. Aguilera. Okay, so he bats worse versus righties. And yet he's 1 for 1 with a walk today against Kelly. I guess we got to give him his shot. He's earned this. High fly ball, deep center field. Should be in the park. Gonzalez will tag and advance to third. That'll do it for Kelly. We're going to go ahead and take him out and bring in our only left-hander available, Keith Comstock. He's going to come in and just face Van SNIDER. We're not going to pull the infield in. We'll give up that run. A strikeout would be really great. 2-1. That's not going to happen. And another ball scorched to center. Gonzalez will tag and score. It's 3-1. That will bring in Jeff Montgomery to wrap up the inning. He's going to face Terry McGriff. And a base hit, of course. So will this be a 2-run home run? Oh, caught stealing on a curveball. That's so dumb. That was so stupid. This game is dumb. Here's Don Gordon. He's having a rough year. 0-3, 5 ERA. Like the walk to strikeout ratio. Opponents are betting $2.99 against him. He's got 2 saves, 1 bluey. Fastball topping out at 88 miles an hour. Changeup's his best pitch, rated an 82. Overall rated an 81. 25-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the 86 season. Okay, come on, Lou. We did not get an earned run off of Matt Williams. So we were probably not going to win this ball game. Now it's undetermined, but I don't feel good about it. Bottom of the 8th. In comes Todd Fisher. So UPSHAW was at the plate when it was McGriff that was caught stealing. The catcher on a curveball. All right. So here we go. This is this doesn't feel good, but we're gonna go with it. UPSHAW with the ground ball to Lou. Feel like an error anytime now. 3-1 count. Ainge swinging, popping it up. God, I would love a 1-2-3 inning. Here's Omar Moreno. 2-0 count and a ground ball to Baker. Ducky. Yes. Okay. We are going to the 9th inning and another new pitcher. It's Barry Jones. 0-1 with a 3.80 ERA, 18 strikeouts, and 21 1/3. Opponents are betting $2.50. He must be their closer. He's got 9 saves, 3 blueys, an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. He's a fly ball pitcher. Fastball topping out at 88 rating, and then the slider is an 80. Overall rated an 82. The 22-year-old righty is arbitration eligible at the end of the 86 season. We got Berryhill, Gibson, and Eisenreich. Here's the in-game stats if you want to see it. Wow, these guys have been struggling. Berryhill 0 for 3 today with a walk, but he's thrown out a couple base runners. Tapping it back to Berry. 1 out. Gibson grounding out to second, and Eisenreich. That was a base hit. Singled into center. Runner on first for Mikey Pags. Pags has got a couple of hits today. RBI. Ground ball. Picked up by the shortstop. And Houston throws him out. Okay, here we go. We're calling in the closer. Dave Smith. Top of the order. Starting with Ruben AMARO Jr. Full count, and he strikes out with a check swing. 1 out. Next man up is Jeff Houston. 0-2, striking him out. Okay, we're feeling good about ourselves. Down to the final out, and then maybe we have the draft. Who knows? You know, I don't know. Denny Gonzalez. Oh, fly ball to the left. Almost struck out the side. Gibby makes the catch. Tigers win. 3-1. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. Scored all the runs in the first. And just hung on. All right, is there a draft? Yes, there is. Okay, here we go. I need a little drink. So we had the 22nd pick of 23. If you haven't seen it, we did the draft preview at the end of May. The summary video. You can check that out in the playlist if you haven't yet. All right. Here we go. Amateur draft. It's going to show the first 21 picks. We'll review them, and then we'll make our pick. Here we go. There's your... Oh, yeah, of course. So there's going to be somebody good here. Oh, the Dodgers, you son of a bitch. So Houston, with the #1 overall pick, picks up a guy named Noe Munoz, catcher. All I could find for him in his baseball card was an autographed Topps Heritage card that maybe it might not even be real. So the Astros make probably a bad pick, but he's healthy. Only time will tell. The #2 pick, it goes to Andy Benez, Minnesota Twins. A good pitcher in his time. 3rd pick overall is the Cleveland Indians picking up Tim Naring. I think he had 1 or 2 good hitting seasons, but he's known for his defense. He can play short or third. 4th pick overall is Mo Vaughn, the hit dog. Was that his nickname? Yeah, this is a good pick. Great pick by the Cardinals. Not a good defensive guy, but he could get the job done. And then Kenny Lofton, this was going to be my pick. This is who I thought was going to be left. The Rangers pick up Kenny Lofton, probably going to go to the Hall of Fame. You'll see that he's represented here as he was drafted by the Houston Astros in real life. Atlanta's going with Monty Ferris. He was a #1 draft pick, it looks like, this Rangers card. He's a left fielder. Ben McDonald, overall #1 pick for the Baltimore Orioles. I don't remember what year that was. It was 88, maybe. Yeah, like I know that I wasn't collecting cards at the time because I was like going off to college soon. But I remember like you had to get your Ben McDonald cards. John Valentin of the Royals, drafted by the Royals, shortstop. Probably remember him with his time with the White Sox and the Red Sox. Andy Ashby, whose son pitched in the majors. Maybe he's still pitching, I'm not sure. Drafted by the Expos. Then we have Mark Johnson. I think this is the pitcher, Mark Johnson. No, first baseman. So that's Mark L. Johnson, if I recall correctly. first baseman for the Blue Jays. Then we got H-Rod, Henry Rodriguez, good hitting left fielder, drafted by the Orioles. That's a great pick for the O's. He's got some power. I remember him having a good arm in real life, but not in this game. And then Robin Ventura, Team USA, drafted by the Cincinnati Reds. He'll be in that lineup before too long. Next up is Hall of Famer Trevor Hoffman, drafted by the Giants. You'll see him as an infielder at this point of his minor league career. But he was converted to a pitcher, of course, and now he's in the Hall of Fame. Pittsburgh, I should say, is Brett Barbary of the Team USA baseball squad. And then the Padres draft Kevin Appier, a very solid pitcher for the Royals and for my Oakland A's. And then Omar Olivares, drafted by the Chicago White Sox. Okay pitcher. Ed Sprague, son of a major leaguer, third baseman for the Athletics. And I do believe he actually played for the Athletics, or maybe his dad did. And then we got our first Mexican League player. This is Rafael Castaneda, drafted by the Cubbies to play third. This is always an interesting pick when the game chooses a Mexican League player, because I don't really know how they're going to turn out. Like, a lot of the pitchers are gods in Baseball Mogul, and a lot of the hitters are a lot like Antonio Aguilera, which we just saw earlier. They're just average with a lot of potential. And then Boston drafted former Tiger Randy Nosek. Whoa, command of 98, and he's 18 years old. That's pretty good. And then Chris Nabolts goes to the Angels. That's a decent pick. He was a reliever as much as he was a starter for the Expos. And then John Smoltz, son of a bitch. I would have loved to have had John Smoltz. We've already got Tom Glavine on our team. He only made 2 starts in high school, supposedly. And like the Dodgers need another ace pitcher. So that means it's our turn to pick. Let's see who is available. All right. There's the scouting. Now we got Jim Abbott. I am 100% in on Jim Abbott. Roger Pavlik is the other, based on scouting, our team scouting. We could look at him momentarily. I don't care about Deion Sanders. I just don't like Deion Sanders. Tino Martinez, an excellent option. Ray Langford, he's no Kenny Lofton, but he would be helpful. Going down the list, Reggie Sanders, Eric Karros, Greg Jeffries. I mean, I don't see a lot of other top-line starting pitchers. So I don't see how we can pass up Jim Abbott. It makes sense. He went to the University of Michigan, and he would be, future starter for us. I think, well, we'll take a look at Roger Pavlik just to, cross our T's and dot our I's. Not good control yet. Command, power, average. Kid's got a great arm, but he's got a lot to prove. His fastball is already an 80, just league average. Jim Abbott, just to be certain, doesn't have any pitches that are an 80. His endurance is great. Command is good. I think, he's going to improve. 78 to an 87. I mean, it has to be Jim Abbott, right? We could use any position out there. We've already got a third baseman of the future, Matt Williams. Have Tino Martinez at first and Matt Williams at third. Would be nice. Okay, all right. So we're going to draft Jim Abbott. Draft Abbott. And then the Mets will pick, and then everybody else. Oh. Wait, what? What? Oh, is this a supplemental pick? Yeah, we have a supplemental pick. Oh, nice. So who did we get? Oh, for Jack Morris. For the free agent, for Yankees signing Jack Morris, we got a supplemental pick. So the Mets took Roger Pavlik, best available player. Shouldn't pass him up when you have the last pick of the draft. And then Houston picks Ray Lankford, so we're going to get Tino Martinez. Ray Lankford would have been the only other option. He's got all that good speed, which we don't steal anyway. Okay, well, this is fantastic. This is exactly what we want. Tino Martinez. Other options would be Brian McRae. He had a couple really good years. He's got good speed. Defensively, I mean, he was so good defensively. They think he's a second baseman. That's just dumb. All right. Maybe they're confused with Hal McRae, who was the second baseman. We're not going Dion. I don't even know who Ted Wood is. Oh, he was on Team USA as well. Ooh, I like the consistency here. And he can't really play right field. He could play first base. So he would be a project. Brian Jordan. Speed, power. Play all the outfield positions. Reggie Sanders. Speed, power. Play all the outfield positions. Maybe if Reggie Sanders is there in the third round, we take him. Okay, it's going to be, without a doubt, Tino Martinez. Not going to be Eric Karros. Ooh, 84 power. That's tasty. And Greg Jeffries, 72. All right. Okay, yeah, it's Tino. There we go. Welcome to the team. There's a couple more late picks. Okay, let's see the. Let's wrap up the first round. Extra picks. Rob Mauer goes to the Reds, first baseman that was right there next to our boy, and that we just drafted, Tino Martinez, and then Eddie Pye, shortstop now for the Orioles. And then we're just gonna we don't have to go down the whole list here, but Gerardo Mopena, a couple second basemen go. Oscar Romero, who I believe is a Mexican League player, yes, he goes to the Cardinals. Greg Jeffries goes to Texas. Brian McRae goes to Atlanta. Luis Gonzalez goes to Milwaukee. Larry Gonzalez, the catcher, goes to the Royals. Brian Jordan goes to Montreal. The Blue Jays get Neon Dion. Ted Wood goes to Baltimore. Bill Risley, Cincinnati. Tom Gordon to the Giants. Junior Felix to Pittsburgh. Ryan Thompson to the Padres. Eric Karros will go to the Phils. Tommy Green threw a no-hitter. In real life, he goes to the White Sox. Harvey Pulliam goes to Oakland. Marco Romero, I believe, another Mexican League player going to the Cubbies. Danny Leon going to the Yankees. Jimmy Rogers to Seattle. Steve Paris to Boston. Scott Service in California. And John De Silva, former Tiger, goes to the Dodgers. Okay, like they need more pitching. Come on. All right, who we got? Oh, we got Reggie Sanders. That is good. Oh, Vinny Castilla, but we've already got Matt Williams. Look at that, 85 power. Good defensively. Yeah, we need a right fielder. It's not going to be Jim Eisenreich. Yeah, I mean, this is easy. Reggie Sanders. Reggie. 90 speed, 82 power. I don't care if he doesn't take a walk. He'll improve defensively. He's only 17 years old. Okay, that's easy. So, Reggie. He's coming to Detroit. All right, next pick. We'll just review. Review quickly here. After us was Vinny Castilla going to the Mets. Damn it. They must have good scouts on their team. And then John Doherty, former Tiger, going to the Astros. Carlos Rodriguez to Minnesota. Hensley Mullins to Cleveland. Todd Pratt, another catcher, going to St. Louis. Jorge Alvarez to the Rangers. Juan Guerrero to Atlanta. Paul Abbott to Milwaukee. Mike Humphreys. I don't know who that is. Left fielder. Oh, that's him. All right. Going to the Royals. Carlos Garcia. Going to the Expos. Bob Zambrano. Going to Toronto. Stan Royer. Cal Eldred, an okay pitcher. And Charles Nagy, a slightly better pitcher than Cal Eldred. Cincinnati Giants. Brian Araby to Pittsburgh. Tim Pugh. Pat Rapp. Marquis Grissom going to the White Sox. That's a good pick. Jim Tatum. Willie Smith. Lee Stevens had a lot of pop. Not much else. Going to the Yankees. Donnie Wall to Seattle. Al Martin. Josias Manzanillo. And Joe Gray. Going to another pitcher. Man, they must just sign pitchers and trade for hitters. Let's make our pick here in the third round. Amateur draft. All right. Now, we could go either way, in my opinion, here. We've drafted one pitcher. We probably could use another. What do we got here? I don't know you. Matt Whiteside, good reliever. Yorkis. Okay, Tim Worrell. A possibility. Let's look at Timmy. I mean, not great. Turk Wendell. I don't want that freak in my in my bullpen. Brushing his teeth between every inning. Eating licorice, right? I think that was the other thing he did. Yeah, I mean, that's a kind of a reach. Is there anybody that we can, like, jump on, take a shot with? I don't really see any names here. I kind of like Matt Whiteside. He's Mr. Whiteside. 93 mile an hour fastball and a high ground ball rate. That I like a lot. He's got some room to improve. I like that pick a lot. I don't know who Luis Iglesias is. Let's look at him. Oh, there he is right there. Third baseman for the Phillies. Good defensively. He's got a little bit of power. But we got third base covered. And Bob Hamlin is a DH potential first baseman. He's got an 82 power. So he could be a future DH for us. But, I mean, we're not really into projects. Maybe if he's available in the last round, maybe we pick him. Okay, we're going to go with Mr. Whiteside. I don't see anybody else here. What's Yorkis' top speed? 89. What about the Grim Reaper? 90. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we're going to go Matt Whiteside. Good pick, good pick. Well, I mean, we're kind of running thin here, obviously. All right. Let's see. So, the Mets picked Zavares, Real Cormier to Houston, Mike Sims to the Twins. There's Grimsley going to the Indians. Yorkis Perez. Let's see. Jerry Spradlin went to the Reds. F.P. Santangelo went to the Phils. Trip Cromer to the Cubbies. Turk Wendell went to the Yanks. Tim Morrell went to Seattle back-to-back. And, yeah, okay, that's it. Nico Risgo. That's a great name. Okay. All right. Well, I didn't see Bob Hamlin. Oh, Jaime Navarro. Way down the list. Yeah, that might be a guy that we could work with. We've got 2 hitters and 2 pitchers. Brian Barnes, I like the potential of that. Oh, no, he's a middle reliever. Long reliever. Eric Anthony, no good. Pedro Borbon always disappoints in this game. It's Mike Stanton way down here. Doug Brocale, I like Doug. I'd take a flyer on Doug Brocale. Is there a... We got one more pick, so we'll probably go with a catcher for the final pick. Maybe Flaherty. Always got to take one catcher. Oh, there's Omar Vizquel showing his ass to everybody. I just on the basis of him being a bad human being, I can't pick him. Well, there's a lot of picks. There's a lot of players left. Okay, so I'm fairly convinced that we go with Jaime, and then we go with a catcher in the final pick. There's Navarro. Fifth round. Oh, yeah. Jimmy McAndrew went to the Mets, which makes sense because his dad pitched for them. Pedro. Vote for Pedro. Okay, nothing exciting. All right. So I think this is the last round, right? Oh, that's free agents. What am I doing? All right. So, I think. I mean, I would pick Brocale. Chucky Carr, I like him a lot. I mean, things are getting thin. Well, so Rick Wilkins is. So we'll look for a defensive catcher. He's got an 82 arm. Mandy Romero, not a good arm. John Flaherty should be a great defensive. No, the game doesn't think so. Joe Siddall, 84. Carlos Hernandez, 86. Darren Cox, 82. Kelly Mann, 83. Tony Eusebio, in the 80. He had one good hitting year. Doug Lindsay, 84. Okay. So I think we split the difference and go with Joe Siddall. '84. He's got a good arm. Not a good contact hitter. But I think he could, he'd be a good backup. So, yeah. Okay, we're going to draft Siddall, and that's the final pick. Everybody else is going to the free agent pool. Jose Munoz is the last pick in the draft. And there we go. So let's take a quick look at our minor league system. So here's our single A. Oh, we've already got a bunch of catchers. We got Chris Hoyles, Sandy Alomar, and now Joe Siddall. We got Reggie Sanders, Tino Martinez. We already got Jeff Conine to play first. So what we'll do is on my own time here, I will advance people from AA to AAA and from single A to AA. So we have room for everybody to play. We'll look at the pitchers. We got Jim Abbott, Jaime Navarro, and Matt Whiteside. And those guys are pretty much already the best players we have in single A. Tom Glavine doesn't look like a Tom Glavine type here. We got nobody else in the middle. We've traded away most of our good players, unfortunately. But that's all right. That's what it's all about. We got the victory. Let's wrap this up. Let's take a look at the standings. We are still 5 games back. We'll take a look at headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Witt K6. Henderson has 5 hits for the Mets over the Dodgers. Nice. Transactions, a whole bunch of stuff here. But we want to look at the injuries, make sure. All types. Come on. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of mess in here somewhere. Okay, let's just try to put it all together here. Okay, so Ron Romanick finally does get injured for California. So does Mark Clear. Jim McNamara gets a free agent signing by the Brewers. So he was a draft pick from an undrafted pick from way back in the day, I guess. He gets a contract. Is he in the majors? Nope, single A. Weird. All right, so Romanick is going to miss a month. He always gets injured. He's got that 59 rating. Lasted longer than I thought. Half the season, I guess, almost. Mark Clear's going to miss 2 weeks, so that's going to hurt. That's a closer. And then we have Jay Howell. Going to miss 4 months for the Reds. And Tom Hankey of Houston's going to miss 5 weeks. Wow. 3 relievers, 2 closers, sucking the pipe. Okay, then we had all these draft picks. Was there anybody else? Oh, whoa. The game forcibly retired like 1,000 people, which is great. So bye-bye to Lammer, Henry Cruz, Barbaro. He stopped horsing around. Jim Dwyer, Don Baylor, Ken Singleton, Jeff Burrows, Michael Jack Schmidt, Warren Cromartie, Ken Griffey Sr., George Hendrick, Buck Martinez, Al Cowens, Willie Norwood, Rick Dempsey, Bruce Kim, Barry Foote, Tom Donahue, Dave Skaggs, Steve Swisher. This was a death day if you're a catcher. Glenn Burke, Gary Maddox, Andre Hawk Dawson, at age 30 is being retired. Roland Office, Mike Caldwell, Dave Goltz, Dan Spillner, Jim Umbarger. Oh my God, there's so many more. Alan Worth, Gary Sermon, Ken Clay, Rick Aponte, Joe Kerrigan, and Rick Waits. This is a long video. We're not going to go through all those, but maybe after tomorrow's video, we'll go through and see what kind of careers they had. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe. If you stuck all the way to the end, you are a champ. Thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging through that. Player of the game is going to be, we left 13 runners on base. They left 2. I guess we're going to give it to Brian Kelly. He gets the win. He goes 4-3 on the year. He struck out 7 and 6 in the third. We pulled him out just at the right time. Bullpen did their job. We went to all the good guys, so that helps, and they came through. Dave Smith had a great 9th inning to get his 21st save, league leading. Matt Williams will take the loss. Actually, the player of the game should be Willie UPSHAW for that error. That's how we scored our runs. Otherwise, that would have been a sure loss. Thank you, Willie. That'll do it. Okay, we're going to come back tomorrow and play Game 3 of the series. We did it in under an hour. Until tomorrow, everyone, have a great day.